Ordering court for the first case of the day. Please sit while I confirm the details you give me to judge this case. You know when to nod and you know when to shake. In fact, you want another place to be in, don't you? Yes, but there's only one place you could be heading after this, but I have to go through my summary first. You're brought here accused of both robbery and attempted robbery at the same building society. And it was at the same time. You denied being party to either. CCTV cameras show you were involved with one, even not the other, at the branch of Acorns in Wellington Street on the date stated. You are a really exceptionally lazy person who always wants all the good things and are not prepared to work for them. You aren't even any good at being a bad criminal. You have tried many times to be a drug dealer without having any drugs. You have tried to sell, on different occasions, baking powder as cocaine, sherbet and washing powder also as cocaine, oregano and a variety of other dried herbs as marijuana, but also crushed lozenges as other drugs. You encourage customers to stick an arrowroot and cornflour mix up their noses, not knowing it goes all sticky. Ugh. That must have been a real relief for them when they finally got that out. I'm glad I'm not their handkerchiefs. You've always tried to sell other things at car boot sales as things they aren't to get extra money. You've also tried selling invisible items that don't even exist. Nobody has ever bought any of your scams, have they? Shake your head for that one. Yes, that's better. With all your failures, you tried to step up to the mark by getting a temporary job on a pick-and-mix stall and fiddled with the scales to charge more than you should have done and were sacked for that. I have no idea how anyone could get sacked from their own franchise, but that was a rare success for you. The list of failures has continued. It was then you came up with the idea of doing a robbery. When you turned up at the building society, you only then decided you would put on your disguise. Standing outside with CCTVs following every moment and movement that you were taking from 3 directions was not enough, but you also had people walking past you making comments as you were putting on your disguise, but nothing deterred you. It took you nearly 20 minutes to change into the fabulous fun superhero character, spending most of that time putting on the makeup, and you could have ended up in trouble for flashing when you tried to put on those fishnet tights. I would not like to have seen that. You then went into the building society and were told a robbery had already happened when you made your demands, while you were still waving a cucumber in the air. So you ran off. Is this correct? The next thing we know about this is you're spending money from the real robbery. You say you found the bag full of money in a bush in a park when you tried changing out your outfit. We would question why anyone would leave a bag of money in a bush in a park unless they knew it had a tracking device in it and didn't have another bag to transfer the money into. Or if it was for another member of the gang to pick up. You picked up that bag so quickly after the real robbery that the police hadn't had enough time to track it down. And then it went back into the town before coming to where you picked it up. Well, this is very confusing. Anyway, with the money that you took out, you started spending it, buying everything you possibly could. It was very good for you to keep the receipts for all the things you bought so they could be returned later. The banknotes were also coded and could be identified. So, guilty or not of that, or guilty or not of the other, you're guilty one way or the other. Excuses you use are bordering on being a complete and utter half-wit. I have found you guilty of this crime. You will return to this court in 7 days for sentencing. Guard, please take the defendant away.